of Western and Northern Bahr el Ghazal, Western and Central Equatoria, Jonglei, Upper Nile and Warab. By collaborating with iRadio, you can connect with diverse communities and target audiences in these regions.
Community engagement partnering with iRadio means engaging with communities at a grassroots levels. Your message will resonate with listeners in various locations, fostering meaningful interactions and driving brand awareness.
Comprehensive coverage with stations in strategic locations like Reng, Malakal and Baliet. iRadio offers comprehensive coverage that reaches both urban centers and remote areas. Your partnership with iRadio ensures visibility across a wide geographic area.
Don't miss out on the opportunity to amplify your message with iRadio. Partner or advertise with us today and make your voice heard across South Sudan.
Live from Juba, on air and online.
This is iRadio News.
Hello, good morning. This is iRadio News. First, hear the headlines. Intellectuals from Greater Tonj of Warab State have reconciled their long-standing differences during a peace forum held in Tonj North, renewing hope for unity and stability in the region. The governor of Unity State has urged armed youth to hand over their weapons to the government before the forceful disarmament is fully implemented. And the Commissioner of Pochala North County in Greater Pibora Administrative Area has decried a rise in road ambushes and child abductions and called for the disarmament of civilians in the area. This is stories and more coming to in this news bulletin with me, Lasuba Memo, and now the news in detail. Intellectuals from Greater Tonj of Warab State have reconciled their long-standing differences during a peace forum held in Tonj Town, renewing hope for unity and stability in the region. The forum, presided over by Governor Bolwek Agoth, brought together prominent figures including General Aliu Ayeng Aliu and Honorable Lewis Anei Kwendit, who publicly resolved their differences in the spirit of reconciliation. Their reconciliation, seen as a major boost to peace efforts amid the ongoing state of emergency, underlines the critical role of intellectual leadership in conflict resolution and community healing. Governor Goth described the event as a reflection on the contributions made by Warab citizens during the liberation struggle of South Sudan, highlighting the participation of General Aliu Ayeng Aliu and Honorable Louis Anei Kwendit. He stressed the need for cooperation among intellectuals, urging them to take the lead in modeling peace and unity for the youth. He said, and I quote, "A pen is mightier than a gun. It can build bridges, save lives in hospitals, and revolutionize agriculture. We must convince the younger generation that peaceful ideas, not weapons, will move our community forward." Both General Aliu and Honorable Lewis echoed this call and encouraged the youth across Warab State to forgive one another and embrace peace for the future of Greater Tonj. The governor of Unity State has urged armed youth to hand over their weapons to the government before the forceful disarmament is fully implemented. He said this over the weekend at the launch of a conference to address insecurity and promote social unity in Mayom County. The event, known as Rodkei Mankien conference, began on Saturday. It brought together government officials, national and state lawmakers, chiefs, women and youth leaders. The disarmament is part of the state of emergency declared by President Salva Kiir in Mayom County and Warab State in June. The conference seeks to address concerns from cattle owners about the safety and protection of their animals after they surrender their guns to the authorities. It is also expected to empower spiritual leaders to use their influence to convince youth to peacefully hand over their weapons. The Commissioner of Pochala North County and Greater Pibora Administrative Area has decried a rise in road ambushes and child abductions and called for the disarmament of civilians in the area. Gilo Uchan Gilo, who spoke to iRadio on Saturday, said 5 people were killed in 3 road ambushes between June and July 15 this year. Additionally, there were 2 cases of child abduction recorded in the same period. He shared the situation during an interview with iRadio on Saturday. The county official said civilian disarmament across the entire Greater Pibor administrative area will address the growing insecurity and restore order. He said that the presence of firearms in the hands of unauthorized individuals and civilians has significantly contributed to the rising insecurity in the region. This is iRadio Morning News, and now to the international scene. Leafy vegetables, including what is locally known in South Sudan as kodra, which was once dismissed as wild wheats and a poor man's food in Kenya, are now becoming much more common, grown on farms, sold in markets, and grazing the menus of restaurants. According to horticulture professor Mary Kutsa Onyango, this trend is reflected in government data, and some of the health benefits are backed by research. Over the last 10 years, production of local grains has doubled, with 300,000 tons produced by local farmers last year. The professor said it is a remarkable change in attitude, given that people used to look down on traditional crops as inferior, not realizing they were often more resistant to diseases and pests and can be grown organically. Finally, the Israeli military has killed at least 67 people waiting for UN aid lorries in northern Gaza. The territory's Hamas-run health ministry has said. The UN World Food Programme said its 25-truck convoy encountered massive crowds of hungry civilians, which came under gunfire soon after it crossed from Israel and cleared checkpoints. The Israel Defense Forces said that it had fired warning shots to remove an immediate threat. It disputed the number of reported deaths. On Saturday, the ministry warned that extreme hunger was increasing in Gaza and growing numbers of people were arriving at its facility in a state of extreme exhaustion and fatigue. This is iRadio Morning News. And to end this bulletin, here's a recap of the headlines. Intellectuals from Greater Tonj of Warab State have reconciled their long-standing differences during a peace forum held in Tonj Town, renewing hope for unity and stability in the region. The governor of Unity State has urged armed youth to hand over their weapons to the government before the forceful disarmament is fully implemented. And the Commissioner of Pochela North County in Greater Pibor administrative area has decried a rise in road ambushes and child abductions and called for the disarmament of civilians in the area. That's the end of iRadio Morning News. If there is a story or an event you would like iRadio to cover or report about, please send us a text message at +211 925 287 It's also a WhatsApp number. Follow us on X at iRadio Juba, like our Facebook page iRadio, subscribe to our YouTube channel at iRadio South Sudan. You can also visit our website and listen to us online at www.iradio.org. Stay tuned for the news in Arabic at 8 o'clock. I am Lasuba Memo. Thanks for listening.